Hi there, Ryan. How you doing? So, yeah. Okay, cool. That's good that someone's confirmed that they can hear me. So if you have any questions, this is what this live stream's for anyone to have any questions answered that have been unanswered, because I get so many comments on my videos, specifically on this YouTube channel, and I'm not always able to get back to everyone. So if you have any questions on calisthenics, optimizing hormone production, muscle growth, if you're someone that's got into calisthenics or wants to, or anything else, just to get you to the level of fitness that you want, your body, the energy levels, or anything like that. And yeah, I bet it's very, very cold in the UK. I'm going to be going back there for the first time in almost 4 years in December. I'll arrive there on December the 18th, so that's going to be interesting. Go there for 10 days before moving to Los Angeles in the United States of America, so that's good. And yeah, the sun is not out as of yet here. Well, there's clouds all in the way here in Thailand, but yeah, that's all good. The sun will come out later. And we've got 8 different people watching. No questions so far. Yeah, so I'll talk about something for a little bit. Okay, actually, I have a question. Hey there, Anthony Bates. Thanks for joining us. A beginner with what? Calisthenics, intermittent fasting? If you let me know specifically as to what you're beginning with, and then I can answer that question when the question is more specific. This is a little bit too vague for me to answer it. I'm 5'8" and I'm 168 pounds. I'm pretty strong, but kind of developing ability. Can you give me diet suggestions, because I want to get into calisthenics now? I'm 15. Oh, okay, so you're 15 years old. Oh, I get you say I'm 15. You don't say you're 15 years old, but yeah, I guess that's what you mean. And if you're that young and you're developing a belly, you may just be eating too many calories. So, do you know how many calories you normally eat within a day? How often do you train? Yeah, let me know those details, and then I could answer the question further. Okay, so a female. So in a lot of, well, what I've seen is when I'm normally training someone who's beginner, a male, female, in most cases a female is not as strong as a beginner male. So in that situation, you just want to begin with like the most basic exercises. So for example, instead of doing like full push-ups, do knee push-ups. And I do have various videos on my YouTube channel that shows how someone as a beginner can get into calisthenics. And what I would recommend as well, let me try and find this playlist. I have a playlist where one second. Yeah, it was just delaying then, so I stopped where it seemed that it's delaying. But yeah, I have a beginners playlist, which I'll be adding more videos to very, very soon. And I would recommend watching that. So yeah, whether you're male or female, whoever's listening to this, if you're a beginner with calisthenics, and that's the type of training you want to do, you just want to do the basics over and over and over again. And I'm going to put a link to the playlist in the chat window here. I'd highly recommend watching the videos in that playlist. And yeah, because I go into loads and loads of detail, and I show you different exercises that you can do as a beginner. And yeah, you really want to be able to master push-ups, dips, pull-ups, chin-ups, and then obviously a lot of different ab exercises as well. But if you're someone that can't do a lot of like the push exercise on the floor, like push-ups, use your knees. If you can't do pull-ups, chin-ups, dips, get some resistance bands. Resistance bands are really, really good for helping people that are beginner that want to progress. And even for people that are intermediate or advanced, are trying to learn a lot harder things like planche push-ups and other various different harder exercises. And when you're a beginner, just make sure you're doing the exercises with perfect form and you're not going too fast, doing it with a medium momentum. So you can really have the time under tension for a longer period of time so you can get the greatest benefits. Is it okay to combine calisthenics, bodybuilding, CrossFit, powerlifting? Yes. Yeah. There's no problem with combining those whatsoever. I've now been combining calisthenics with bodybuilding for a little while now to bulk up more, which has definitely been working. So I've gained around 6 pounds of muscle since I've been doing that for a while. So yeah, it just depends on also what are your goals, what you're trying to achieve. So work out what you want to achieve with the type of training that you're doing. And for example, if you want to gain as much mass as possible, you want to do a lot of weighted calisthenics and bodybuilding. If you're someone that wants to lift as heavy as possible and doing low reps, then you obviously do powerlifting. If you're someone that wants to lose a lot of body fat percentage and as fast as possible, you want to do more higher reps with calisthenics and or CrossFit, and doing a lot more circuit training, in my opinion, as well. Cam God, hey, I just want to say I'm 19, switched from vegan to carnivore and went from 69 to 73 kilos in 2 months. I'm stuck at 69 kilos since I was 17. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and what it can be for a lot of people is a lot of people that are on a vegan diet, I've mentioned this in other videos, they don't know how to optimize hormone production on a vegan diet. And when you don't know how to, then you can run into issues with not being able to gain more weight, like Cam God is saying. But also, another factor could be, for some people, they can increase weight when switching to another diet. It doesn't necessarily mean they've gained more muscle or even more fat or both. But it could mean that they've just got a lot more undigested food matter within their digestive system. So that's just something to be aware of as well. Cam God, how's Thailand? Thailand is very, very good. Thank you for asking. And yes, same name as well. Just do as much research as you can up online about doing the basics and do them over and over and over again. There's too many people that get into calisthenics, for example, or even CrossFit, that try and do a lot harder exercises that are like intermediate or advanced, and you don't even want to be trying them for ages. I didn't try doing a muscle up for months and months and months. I was just building my base strength and mastering the basics, and then when I came to a muscle up, I was able to do it very easily. So that's just something to be aware of. So it's about slow and steady wins the race. It's not a rush to the finish line. And you're welcome, Anthony Bates. And yeah, I've been doing some bulking. A couple of people have noticed recently, but yeah, I've gained around 6 pounds of muscle, definitely not fat at all. Still very, very low body fat percentage all over. And it's been changing since I've been combining bodybuilding with calisthenics, but also just changing the overall way that I train, because it's not just the bodybuilding. I'm training a lot harder than before, and I'm doing a lot of drop sets, which I was not doing before, and pushing the workouts way, way more. So I'm fatiguing the muscles more, tearing the muscle fibers more, so then I am gaining the greatest benefits for increasing my muscle mass. And it's an experiment for me at the moment. I want to see how much muscle that I can actually gain with what I eat and the type of training I'm doing, and various other things as well, because I love doing experiments. But yeah, what I say is, as I am increasing weight, it's becoming harder to do certain things such as muscle ups. So yeah, there is some sort of downfalls with gaining more mass. Tom Thumb, been doing the 1 meal a day for over a year solid. The year before that, I was on and off. I was having a latte in the morning and one at lunchtime. My once a day meal time is 4 to 5 p.m. I've just started drinking water only at breakfast time and lunch. Do you think having a milk latte was messing up the fast? Yes. Any form of milk, whether it's plant-based or not, will break you out of the fasted state. So then you're not going to get the full benefits that it gives you, such as autophagy and the insulin benefits of making it drop, improving insulin sensitivity. It's going to stop your body getting the benefits for increasing testosterone, glucagon production, human growth hormone. The list just goes on and on and on. So yeah, if you're someone that doesn't know what drinks won't break out of fast, just search up on my YouTube channel acceptable drinks to drink when intermittent fasting. Nice, Cam God. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the bulk goes. And I'm not doing dirty bulking as a lot of people do, but yeah, I'm doing, like I said, changing my routine. I've changed my meeting. I'm eating as much as I can, as often as I can. Still doing intermittent fasting around 16 to 20 hours a day. And then also doing a lot more things to optimize my hormone production, even more so than before. AJAC92, you're advised to consume ACV, which means apple cider vinegar, is great for acid reflux, is great advice. Thanks for that. You're welcome. Yeah, and so many people suffer with acid reflux, and apple cider vinegar can be one of those things really high up on the list to actually resolve it, rather than a lot of people going down the route of taking pharmaceutical antacids, which actually have a negative effect on acid reflux. And it's not actually addressing the root cause of the issue, it's just treating the symptom. And Anthony Bates, do I have to take pre and post workout supplements? No. Never done that myself. It's completely unnecessary. A lot of people will get you to believe that you need to, but it's just that people are normally trying to sell you something that you don't actually need. And if you're someone that needs a pre-workout energizing supplement before, that is just stimulating your body and actually giving you what I would call fake energy, because if you had enough energy, you wouldn't feel the need for that, then it could be a sign that your body needs rest and time to recover. So it's best to actually not take those, listen to your body and actually take the rest and recovery time you need. Yeah, acid reflux, I can imagine it's awful to deal with. I've only had it a couple of times in my life, but it's definitely not very nice to suffer with. Cam God, one thing I definitely noticed when I put on more muscle is my flexibility suffers. Guess I just need to keep stretching up. Yeah, I'm someone that does stretching on and off. And Janessa, you've seen on my YouTube channel, she trains really hard with me, but her flexibility isn't suffering because she still does yoga on a regular basis and has done for a long time. So if your flexibility and mobility is suffering, start doing some type of yoga and some type of like restorative yoga, not like hatha yoga, because it can just be really, really intense. It's like a workout. And you really want to be doing a type of yoga in between your workouts that is improving flexibility and mobility, but there's not a real strain on the body, because then it could affect your recovery time and actually affect your workouts when you come to working out. AJAC92, I think too much muscle is counterproductive, just my opinion, of course. Yeah, it can be very, very counterproductive to gain more muscle. And for me, I just want to do it as an experiment. I'm going to see how big I can get. And then as soon as I get to what I believe is my genetic limit, or maybe even a bit before that, I will make specific videos to document the process and the videos and show people that you can actually gain a lot of muscle on a vegan diet and other certain things that I want to prove as well. And then I will go back down to stripping my muscle mass down and even lower my body fat percentage even more, even though it's not ever going to be at a high body fat percentage, because I'm not doing dirty bulking whatsoever. And it's definitely not the healthiest to have insane amounts of muscle mass, but obviously I'm going to do it without the use of synthetic testosterone or even human growth hormone or steroids. AC drinks is the way to go. Yeah, and AC drinks are amazing. Actually, well, when you're in the fasted state, it will drop insulin even faster, which insulin is a fat storage hormone, so it gives you greater weight loss benefits. It's going to give you more energy throughout the day. It's a really, really good drink for improving energy levels and making them sustained without being overstimulating or stimulating at all, unlike coffee. It's mostly just caffeine or some protein anyway. Yeah, Jimbo, yeah, most pre-workouts are containing things such as caffeine and maybe certain other herbs. But then if you look at the actual ingredients on pretty much all pre-workouts, they contain so many toxic ingredients, and so many of them contained within them actually lower testosterone and other hormones within the body. So yeah, I don't recommend them at all. Cam God, yes, I've been slacking on my yoga lately, but there you go then. Hi, woo, you're alive. Yep, we are. Second live stream ever. I just felt that it was necessary for me to do one. I haven't done one for a while. And how do I bulk while intermittent fasting? Okay, well, this is very, very easy for me, at least. For most people, it wouldn't be. So say I'm fasting 16 hours. So I end up breaking my fast at 10 a.m. and then I stop eating at 6. I am just eating and eating and eating and eating. I eat so many meals within that window, but I'm someone that can eat a lot of food, but most people cannot. So say if someone was eating 4,000 calories within a day, throughout the day, you just got to cram it in within that short eating window. It's just the way it works. But I'm someone that has a very high metabolism. I don't put on fat very easily compared to a lot of people. And I have really good digestion, so the food moves through me relatively quickly. Unlike most people that have constipation. If you have constipation and trying to do this or not optimal digestion, it's not a good idea. Hey Jack, I like the slim athlete look, not the bulky look. Yeah, I can understand that. There's a lot of calisthenics athletes where I love the way their body looks. But then there's also a lot of really bulky professional bodybuilders where I like their physique too, but I wouldn't want to be as big as them. No way. That's way, way, way too big for me. But when I think about it, when I look at like bodybuilding videos, for example, of them training or calisthenics, which one appeals to me more? Calisthenics with the amazing skills they have and different exercises they do is just wow. Bodybuilding, it's just like, yeah, it's pretty impressive. You're lifting weight, but it's really not that exciting whatsoever. So yeah, when I think about the way the physique of a calisthenics athlete looks and the type of exercise they do is way, way better. And it's way healthier for you, in my opinion, as well. Do I work with people with disabilities? No, I haven't. But if I felt that I could help them and someone comes to me that did, then there's no reason why I wouldn't help them. Similar to your look now. Yeah. Yeah, well, what I've been finding, AJAC 92, is I found with calisthenics, at least for me personally, that my abs were really developed and a lot of other muscles in my body. But I found that my chest wasn't as developed, and I was finding it hard to maximize the muscle growth, at least from my own personal experience, I mentioned, with the chest. So I've been focusing on that, even more specifically that area to grow. And I've definitely noticed a lot more growth in my chest area when doing calisthenics with bodybuilding, which most workouts do around 50% calisthenics with 50% bodybuilding. So it's a good combination of them. But I never do isolated exercises. I rarely ever use machines. It's normally compound exercises, which I think is the best way to go when using bodybuilding, at least the majority of the time. In personal training, I mean, no. Yeah, I knew that's what you meant, but no, I haven't whatsoever. But there's no reason why I couldn't whatsoever. Yeah. And what I'm going to do quickly is leave your questions here. I'm going to get the charger because I forgot to plug my charger in. So I'll be back in 1 second. Is it possible to build muscle after 35 as a natural lifter? Tips for older guys. Yeah, like without a doubt, you can definitely build muscle after 35 as a natural lifter. I'm about to hit 31, so I'm obviously a bit younger than you. But yeah, unless you've reached your genetic potential, like you've reached your maximum muscle mass, then as a natural lifter, or whether, yeah, as a natural lifter, you're not going to be able to increase it anymore. But If you obviously took steroids or testosterone, then you could increase it further, but that's not being a natural lifter whatsoever. So yeah, if you haven't reached your genetic limit, then you can definitely increase your muscle mass, but you got to do the right training consistently, as you know. Having a healthy sleep regime, reducing your stress levels as much as possible, especially optimizing hormone production naturally, because especially as you get older, for most people, hormone production starts to decline due to many different reasons, such as nutritional deficiencies, chronic stress, and many other factors as well. So you need to find out whether your hormone production is as optimal as possible. And my main focus is always lowering estrogen and cortisol and boosting DHEA and testosterone, which are the key hormones for maximizing muscle growth and reducing body fat percentage as well. I hope you're not going to come back looking like Arnold in his prime days. No way, I would never be able to get as big as Arnold. Arnold, even from a very young age, is on exogenous steroids. That's not the route that I'm going to go down. Even though it does go through my head at times, it would be interesting to do for experiment, but yeah. The short-term and long-term negative effects are just not worth it. Jamie Mason, and what motivates you each day? What motivates me each day? My purpose and passion. Like, I love what I get to do every single day. I run 2 YouTube channels, including this one, and I coach so many people on a regular basis. And I just love what I get to do every single day. That's what motivates me. I have this burning desire in me to leave such a big legacy behind and help so many people as much as I possibly can to become the greatest version of themselves and push themselves to their limits and create the most happiest, fulfilling human experience that they can have, where they can actually make their dreams become a reality if they want to, like I have managed to. So yeah, that's what gets me going. Even if I'm not feeling the best, I still want to keep pumping out videos and helping as many people as possible. It's what I live for, I breathe for, I think about it, I dream about it. It's what I am. And yeah, I used to be someone that used to suffer badly, was going the wrong places in life. I almost killed myself twice from drugs. And I was very unhappy and miserable in a relationship. I didn't like it, a job that I didn't like, and I was dying from the inside out. And so many people are like that as well, where they're living a life unlived, full of unfulfillment and dissatisfaction and just a mediocre life. And yeah, because I've managed to get to where I am now, where I get to live my dream life every single day, I also want people to be able to create the dream life they want and the body that they want, the health and everything else as well. Because if I can do it, you can do it too. And I want to be one of these people that leads the way for other people, to get them to believe that they can create what they want. So yeah, that's what motivates me daily, to get up and do what I do. KTM Rider, time and attention is slow. Eccentric movements are best for building muscle after the age 35. Intermittent fasting works wonders for me at 35. Yeah, I couldn't recommend that. I mean, I do recommend what he's just said. I try and keep as much time under tension as possible. And I do, well, the whole range of motion of each rep with a slow movement. And then when I actually get to the top point, I'll hold it for a few seconds. And then when we get to the bottom, I'll hold it for a few seconds as well. And yeah, intermittent fasting definitely helps a lot with gaining muscle mass, no matter what age you're at, because of the hormonal benefits that it is giving you. What foods help with testosterone? Depends. Are you vegan or not? That's the question. Let me know what you eat, whether you're vegetarian, vegan, meat eater, whatever type of diet you're on. Or yeah, because if you're on a ketogenic diet, there's certain foods that I couldn't necessarily recommend you. What is your body fat percentage? Well, I would show you. I actually had my DEXA scan done, but I'm not going to show you the results. But yeah. What I have to say is DEXA scans are not accurate, because I've seen a lot of comparisons of people doing them. It's the gold standard for body fat testing. But I would say, personally, from what I'm aware of, is around an 8% body fat, which really you don't want to go much lower than that. And then it starts to have a negative effect on hormone production and just a whole host of negative effects on your health. I could drop it a lot lower if I wanted to. Yeah. How much protein to eat each day? At the moment, it varies. Around 100 grams of protein a day. Sometimes lower, sometimes more. Cam God, eggs, milk, and meat. Well, the thing is, milk contains mammalian estrogens. So the mammalian estrogens in that actually increase estrogen production within the body, which then in turn lowers testosterone. So that's something to be aware of. And most meat contains synthetic forms of hormones, which actually can drop the testosterone production as well, and so on. Joe Mason will eat cow poo if it increases my testosterone. Meat or vegetables, no preference. Yeah, like food aside, because you're asking about foods, I would say intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is going to be better than any food whatsoever. And what you want to do is find out what, if you're trying to find out what foods, find out what foods are high in zinc. Foods that are high in zinc massively boost testosterone production. I personally take zinc in a supplementation form because scientific research has shown me taking it in supplementation form, it optimizes testosterone production. It's known as the male mineral. And just making sure that you're eating sufficient calories, getting rid of as much processed garbage food as possible, not eating microwave food at all, and just eating as much plant-based foods and other non-plant-based foods if that's what you're into. But if you are going to eat meat, make sure that it's hormone-free, grain-free, that they aren't fed GMO food, that it's vaccine-free, like all these other different things as well. Otherwise, it's going to have a negative effect on your hormone production and health. Wow, great job. It's not that easy to get that low body fat percentage. You have to work really hard and be consistent. Yeah, I do work really hard and make sure I go to bed around 8 p.m. every single night. I take so many different things to optimize hormone production as well. I'm very specific about what certain supplements to take, and I always look in scientific research. And I found from certain things that I'm taking in my supplementation program, certain other people that I've learned from that's doing very similar to me, they've made their testosterone levels go higher than what a testosterone test can actually measure. So it can get it as high as steroids or synthetic testosterone. But you don't want to keep it that high for too long because it's not the best idea. Well, the body scanner, we'll be doing a video on that soon, telling people what percentage it come up at on the body scan. And the body scan actually gives you different fat percentage on different areas of your body. And then it takes into consideration all of that. But what I will tell you, which is really funny, the DEXA scan said that I have the most fat on my head, which is crazy. You can't pinch any fat on my head. Like, look. Maybe it's my cheeks. I don't know. Intermittent fasting and ACV magic combination. Yeah, really good combination. Don't have nothing fatty up, but it must have testosterone. Jerry Mason, 8 p.m. every night. Yeah, 8 p.m. or a little bit later. And how much you sleep depends on like how stressed I've been the day before, how hard I've trained. But anywhere I normally 8 and 9 hours. Trans cannabis veganic jazzy. Big cheers to all of the vegan team. Keep it going. Nice. And yeah, I've been going to bed early for a very long time. We are more meant to go to bed when the sun goes down and come up about an hour before it comes up. From the scientific research that I've looked into from sleep experts, there was one recently on Joe Rogan that talks about this in detail. It's very, very interesting information. But going to bed earlier actually optimizes human growth hormone production when you're asleep as well, which is going to make you recover quicker from training. It's just going to give you the greatest anti-aging benefits, optimize your health as much as possible, reduce your body fat percentage as much as possible, optimize muscle growth and so forth as well. Okay, take it easy, Jimbo, and get a good sleep. Yeah, 2 a.m. Yeah, a lot of people tend to go to bed really late, and a lot of people are really not aware that going to bed past 10 p.m. has negative effects on human growth hormone percentage. So yeah, a lot of people do hit plateaus when getting to 10% body fat, but for a lot of people, if you're doing the right things, it can be easy to get in the range of 8 to 12% body fat. But you still need to be very strict. I'm strict with my diet, my sleep, my supplements, my training, my rest and recovery time, and so many other different things. So my whole life is tailored to give me the physique that I desire. And I do not slack whatsoever. Anything that I want to become good at, I'll become amazing at because I go all out. I don't slack. I'm so insanely disciplined and I find it easy as well. Yeah, so many people are so bad with sleep. Too many people are sitting up on electrical devices emitting light, or even having loads of lights on in your house like I have now, which is fine because it's the morning. And it stops your body producing an abundance of a hormone known as melatonin, which then makes it stop you from feeling sleepy. It's harder to fall asleep when you try to, and a lot of time you'll wake up a lot earlier than you normally would. You don't get into as deep REM sleep as possible where you get the greatest healing. So yeah, sleep is one of the best healers and regenerators ever. Thoughts on Dr. Berg and Thomas DeLure? I watch their videos on a regular basis. As with anyone I learn from, though, which is absolutely fine, there's certain things I agree with and disagree with. So they have a lot of valuable information to share, but there's certain things that, yeah, like I said, I agree with, and certain things that I disagree with. But yeah, they are very, very high level people with the type of videos they make. And I know a lot of information, but they are over my head. But they're more very logical people. I'm a very logical minded person, but I'm also a very, what I would say, spiritually intuitive and in tune person as well. I'm not one of these like full on scientific, logical minded people. I only get 5-7 hours sleep because I work as a chef, try to go bed early as possible, but it's hard as fruit. I'm on a habit now where I've been trying to completely eliminate swearing from my everyday life because I normally don't swear in videos, but I normally swear quite a bit in my life, and it's just not a nice habit at all. I'm definitely getting that one under control at the moment. What do I think about Dr. Robert Morse? I know so many people in my physical reality that love Dr. Morse and follow like his information with using his herbs and a fruit-based diet and dry fasting and so forth. Personally, I have never really been into Dr. Morse. He does share a lot of good information, but there's a lot of stuff that I really, really disagree with him. And what I've said is the majority of people that follow his information full on look very weak and frail and very low in testosterone and human growth hormone production. And to be honest, like you just said, he doesn't look like a picture of health, like at all. And he doesn't like radiate life and vitality. He's just someone that I'm not drawn to. Yeah, so that's what I have to say. Jamie Mace, do you watch any other YouTube fitness channels? Yes, loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. And what I'd say is the majority of them that I watch are not actually vegan fitness YouTubers as well. But yeah, I do like John Venus, who's a vegan YouTuber, Simic Nutrition, if I get my phone, I can tell you who else, because I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, so I've got my phone. Oh, let me go on my phone and then look who's that comes up first. Me streaming. Jeff Nippard. Haven't checked him out. He's a really, really, really good person for science-based information, for sure. They don't, well, he doesn't promote a vegan diet, but yeah, if you want science, then it's good. Or if you want bodybuilding information, then it's good. Not for calisthenics, though. Who else? Nick Strength and Power. Little bit of Fledge Fitness here and there, but rare or almost never, to be honest, actually. Athlean X, which I'm sure most of you are aware of Athlean X. Scott Herman Fitness. He's really good, just like Athlean X is some of the biggest fitness YouTubers out there. Oh, Official Thenex and Chris Hera, because he has 2 different YouTube channels. They're one of my favorites, actually, especially Chris Hera. Calisthenics Movement I've watched here and there, which is good for learning about calisthenics. But yeah, they are the main ones. There's a few others, but they are the main ones. What do you prefer, at home gyms or local gyms? I prefer local gyms. I absolutely love a gym environment. It's just, for me personally, I'm drawn to that. But I also like outdoors calisthenics parks as well. And I absolutely love the gym I go to. It's a huge, huge gym in a warehouse, and they just play music off of YouTube. And a lot of it is the music I'm into as well. And they have so much great calisthenics equipment and also bodybuilding equipment as well. Yes, they must run into serious nutrition deficiencies when following this diet. Yeah, and I did as well. I followed a fruit-based diet for years and it was good, but I ran into so many nutritional deficiencies, very low in things such as selenium, iodine, essential fatty acids such as EPA, DHA. And yeah, it's good to do for a while for some cleansing detoxification, but if you want to be the most resilient, as strong as possible and healthy as possible, I don't recommend it long term. Michael says, I'm skinny fat and I'm trying to get stronger and bigger and lose the excess fat by using bodyweight exercises. Which would you recommend would be best for me? Okay, skinny fat and trying to get, let me go over that again, stronger and bigger. Okay, so you're in a similar situation to me, skinny fat. So yeah, for you and the body type that you have, you need to do what I was doing. So I would recommend intermittent fasting. Fast around 16 hours a day, eat for around an 8-hour window or so. Eat as many calories as you can within that eating window. So eat a lot of calorie-rich foods, because the combination of those are going to optimize your hormone production. And then when you're training with body weight exercises, you want to do them to failure. And don't do them really fast. Don't be like a lot of people in the gym where I see they're doing really fast push-ups like this. Do it with a very good controlled form. And then when you get to like this part, for example, you can do this on any exercise, stop for a little bit, a few seconds. And then when you get to the bottom, stop for a little while. And when I say until you cannot do real time, for example, when I actually doing fairly push-ups, normally weight on my back, I will go to do a push-up, I'm about to fail, and I'll go to do the movement and I just fall flat on my face. So yeah, you want to be pushing it as much as you possibly can. And obviously, if you haven't got access to weights to add to your body, if you're finding exercises are too easy with calisthenics, you need to find a way to make it a lot harder to do. And by doing it to failure, you're going to fatigue the muscles as much as possible and tear the muscle fibers as much as possible. Then you need to make sure you're resting and recovering where the muscles recover fully, so then you can optimize the growth of them as well. And then obviously make sure that you're training consistently. Dr. J. Cruz has interesting thoughts on blue light toxicity. I agree. The mitochondria, we all need more sunlight. Yeah. Blue light emission from digital screens are so bad for our health holistically, more than I'm even aware of. But I've been aware of this subject for a very, very long time. Most people aren't aware. And how many people spend hours a day on digital devices, and also just the electromagnetic frequency production from these devices as well, and how it makes the body more acidic and affects our energy levels and increases cortisol production and does various other negative effects as well. I've been watching Mike O'Hearn lately, and he's been getting me pumped as fruit. Yeah, Mike O'Hearn is a very interesting person. He's definitely on the juice, definitely not natty at all. And I recommend, you've probably seen it before, Cam God, go and search up Mike O'Hearn with Rich Piani, and when he had the biggest physique ever, and he's just absolutely jacked to fruit. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, he's not someone that I necessarily look to for, what should I say? He's not someone that I want the body that he has and going in the route that he does to achieve it with the certain exogenous steroids that he takes. But he's still an inspirational person, a motivating person. I definitely learned some good things from him on maximizing muscle growth as well if you can do bodybuilding. The daily dietitian, have you been gaining weight in your new regime? Yes, I have been gaining weight, and I've noticed significant improvements in my chest development and just my shoulders as well. I'm looking way, way wider when I'm doing posing. You won't necessarily notice it in this. However, you in kilograms, if I know that. So at the moment, I fluctuate 72 kilograms, which I did drop down to 67 kilograms. I didn't notice that, mention that in the video. But since I've been eating differently, I've been hovering around 72 kilos or more. Fitness FAQs is a fantastic calisthenics YouTuber. I think I've heard of that name. I'm pretty sure I would have. The amount of times looking to calisthenics YouTube channels and videos, I'm sure I would have seen it. I appreciate the advice, man. I've only started a couple of days ago, but I'm really trying to push myself and get motivated because I know I can do it and put in the effort. Yeah, you can do it, and I know that you can do it. And as long as you're disciplined and consistent, you can for sure get those results. And I'm actually going to put some links here. Let's see. Why don't we post all of that? So for any beginner, check out these playlists. Calisthenics workout playlist for beginner and how to start calisthenics for beginners even. Really, Ajax? Wow, really? Please link me to the video. I'm very aware of Sriwij, and he's watching one of my videos and he mocked me. Please, 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 please link me to that. It happens quite often that people make videos on me, normally in response to me on my other YouTube channel, Sunfruit Dan, but also sometimes here. Oh, wow. Yeah, come on, please. Put the link down below. I love it. Even when people are hating on me, any publicity is good publicity, and it never triggers me at all. I'm always appreciative of it, whether it's negative or not. And yeah, there's just a lot of people that are hating on other people because they just have insecurities in themselves and they feel bad about themselves. And a lot of people want to put other people down so they can feel better about themselves rather than go within and reflect upon, yeah, the lack of self-esteem and confidence and insecurities. Show. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for that. I will watch that afterwards. Shame that I can't show you it while I'm watching it. But yeah, I'll watch it afterwards. Next time I set up the stream in a way that you can see what's on my screen. I actually had another YouTube channel make a video on me recently, but they were hating on me as my persona of Sunfruit Dan, so to speak, which is my other YouTube channel. Yeah, which is all good. So yeah, if anyone has any other questions, let me know. And yeah, I'm excited to go and watch that video. And yeah, I'm very aware of Sriwij. I've watched quite a few of his videos. The only thing with him, just like Vegan Gains, they just have so much hate and anger inside. that they project onto other people. They really have some unresolved things within themselves that they really need to address. I'm someone that does a lot of inner work and self-development. But yeah, they need to get some serious help. A psychologist or an inner work coach, self-development coach, to actually resolve what is going on within them, rather than just projecting that anger and hate onto other people. I'm someone that's all about ahimsa, which in Sanskrit, when you translate it to English, means non-violence and compassion to all living things. So yeah, those type of people that just a lower vibration, or people that want to bring you down to their vibration, I will not let them ever bring me down to their level whatsoever. So yeah, they can keep on doing what they're doing. Yeah, Sirius says that he loves to torture animals. He sounds like he's a maniac and he's mentally unstable. Yeah, I have nothing against anyone that eats meat, but he seems like a psychotic psychopath to me. And yeah, he's also into other certain things as well that's not even related to meat, that's really messed up. And you can just see, it looks like he's got the devil inside of him. It's just, yeah, very dark being. Like, but then I meet people like vegetable police that I hang around with, and we just get on so well. We're so friendly to each other. At least when he was here, because yeah, he's not here now, and still since he's left. But yeah, obviously don't see him in his physical reality now, because he doesn't live in Chiang Mai, Thailand, where I am. So yeah, I'm all about everyone just getting on. Like, I may not agree with what everyone does, but as long as they're not harming me or the people that are close to me, like my family members and my loved ones, then that's fine. Duraride is not my boy. Duraride is an interesting character. A lot of people hate him, but I don't have anything bad to say about him. But yeah, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of things that he does and says. But yeah, each to their own. And he believes that I'm on steroids, which is interesting. You know, definitely not on steroids. If I was on steroids, I'd be way bigger than I am. So I'd take a stack of like Decker and Tren, some of the strongest of the steroids that would just make me blow up into a mass monster very quickly. The daily digestion, your channel has helped me so much. How much boron do you take? Thank you. Boron, I normally take 3 milligrams. It's in my multi, and then there's quite a few times I'm taking 10 milligrams a day as well. So it varies. It varies, not variates. It doesn't make sense. Exactly, Dan, I totally agree. Do no harm to others and treat others how you would be treated. Exactly that. And what comes around and goes around. So if you're spreading hate and anger on the world, it's going to come back to you. And yeah, I've been someone that's had a lot of anger in me due to like certain things that have happened in my life, and I've projected on certain people in the past. But I've become aware of that a long time ago. I've been working on that for years. Violent person, like at all. He's an Australian Muppet. I like that one. Okay, I think we're back now. It froze for a little bit there. Yeah, I laughed when Duraride accused you of being a steroid. He was so sure that you were. Yeah, like 100%, like so sure, saying to me, yes, you are. It's like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, not. I was like, okay, I just stopped and shifted the conversation. It's like, if you want to believe that you do, that I do, then you can believe that you want to. I don't need to prove you otherwise. I don't need to justify myself to anyone or prove anything to anyone. I know what's true, and that's all that matters to me. I was hoping that you would make a video talking about me with steroids, but yeah, I don't think he ever made that one. But every time I see him, we have a good interaction. He's a very inspiring, motivating person to me on my journey, because he has done very well on YouTube and other various things. Not that I agree with everything he does, like I mentioned, but he's one of the reasons years ago that I started a YouTube channel and moved to Thailand. So I'm very grateful that he had that effect on me. But yeah, I just don't take what I would say the negative and hateful and angry stuff from him that he projects onto other people and shares with the world. You're welcome. Take it easy and sleep well. So yeah, we're going to be ending soon. Final questions, and let me know in the chat window. Yeah, it's looking a bit darker today. But normally the sun comes out very, very bright later on in the day if it doesn't early in the morning in Thailand, which I'm very appreciative for. Yeah, I'll do more of these on a more consistent basis. I think it'd be good to do one at least every month. But yeah, take it easy. See, it seems it's a bit quiet now. I'm just going to live stream. So I'm actually live streaming for a different way that I haven't done before. So yeah, just want to check something out. What do you mean Streeridge calling me out? Calling me out on what specifically? How much green juice do you drink? At the moment, I'm not actually drinking green juice. I was making them consistently, but not at the moment. But I just make very green-looking smoothies instead. Oh, you're talking about me being included in this video. Yeah, someone mentioned that, and I'm very excited that I was included in that, and I am going to check that video out after this live stream has finished. I'm very, very excited for that. Danny, what might you suggest is the best at making money online? Having thoughts to travel more? Depends. What do you want to make money from? There's so many different options online. I would say pursue something that you love to do that can make money online. So you can do it through a YouTube channel, but that takes quite a while to get it going. You can do it through affiliation deals with eBay or Amazon or other affiliate companies and recommend certain things to people, and when they buy certain things, you get a percentage of each sale. You could offer coaching sessions online for something that you can coach people on. You can create ebooks. You can do, all types of affiliate marketing things. You can teach English online to Chinese people, which Janessa does that, who's been featured on my channel. There's just so many different ways. So it's working out what you would like to make money from. And with the online world, there's just so many different ways to make money. And I just don't find it hard whatsoever to find ways to make money online at all. But I've been an entrepreneur most of my life, my adult life, self-made entrepreneur. So I really know what to look out for. And I only make money from things that I'm passionate about now because, that's what a job should be like. We should be pursuing that is killing us from the inside out and that we hate and we don't want to go to whatsoever. It should be something that makes us feel so alive and vibrant and that we actually want to do, if that makes sense, which I'm sure that it does. Okay, there we got a little bit over. That's fine. But thank you to everyone for joining, all of us in this stream, joining me. And I will make another one in around 3 weeks' time or so, and I will try to make one every month from now on. But make sure, if you do want to be notified of when the live streams are set up, I will set up an event. But if you're not subscribed and you haven't clicked the bell notification button next to the subscribe button, you will not be notified by YouTube of when the event for the future streams are coming up. Okay, I'm getting ready to release my how to juice vape and how to eat raw spectrum cannabis Viangbua foods. A big growing class very soon. Nice. That's really good. So yeah, keep going with that. And yes, I do offer mentoring. You can contact me at danny@consciouscalisthenics.com if you're interested in coaching. Put a link, the email here. Okay, so yeah, everyone enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you in the future.